Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to give you guys an update on my 2015 Lincoln MKZ Hybrid. I will be going over current problems I'm having with this vehicle, as well as an exterior and interior tour of the vehicle to see how it's held up after all this mileage. Hit that subscribe button and show your support to my channel. My channel has grown significantly and it's all thanks to you guys. It's growing way faster than I ever imagined, so keep it going. Also, make sure to check out the Real Lincoln MKZ Facebook Enthusiasts page to connect with other Lincoln MKZ owners. Let's get right into the video. For those of you who don't know, I bought this Lincoln MKZ used in April 2019 with about 69,000 kilometers on it. Fast forward to August of 2023, now I have over 280,000 kilometers on this car with no big issues other than the valve cover gasket, which I went over in a previous video, so make sure to check that video out. Now I do have a check engine light which I will go over in this video soon. But in the meantime, let's do a walk around of the exterior and interior to see how it's held up so far. Other than the exterior being very dirty, the paint is in really good condition. There are some swirl marks on the paint, which is not a big deal for me. What is a big deal for me is the plastic side strip on the roof and the one before the sunroof. The clear coat on that strip is peeling, which doesn't really look too good, so I need to get that wrapped soon. My front bumper needs replacement soon as well. The paint is fading on it and there's just a bunch of rock chips on it because I drive this on the highway most of the time. Also, some of the parking sensors are getting loose, which is triggering the parking sensors to go off, and it's very annoying from the inside. Other than that, the exterior is in really good shape, I would say. There's no rust, and all the wear you see is from daily use of the car. Here's a quick look at the underneath of the car. There's barely any rust, and I'm glad there's an underbody protection in this vehicle, or on this vehicle, because otherwise there's a lot of salt in our area in the winter time, which can get in there and then cause rust. The bushings look good, which I'm surprised to see at this mileage. Usually, like my other cars, my GMC Envoy, the bushings get replaced every 50,000 kilometers because for some reason it just goes through so many bushings. But with this car, I'm really happy. Let's move on to the interior. The door panels are doing good, not too much wear on those. However, the driver's side seat is not doing so good, and here's why. The left side bolster does not deflate anymore. It's fully inflated and I can't get it to deflate. I looked up everywhere about this and there's not that much info out there. Have you guys experienced this? If so, let me know what your solution and how you went forward with it. Other than that, the leather on the seat is holding up great. I use Meguiar's leather care and sometimes I use Armor All interior care on the seats, which really help preserve the genuine and fake leathers used on these seats. Everything in the interior works. There are no problems with the touchscreens and all. Early into my ownership, the heated and cooled seats stopped working in the front, but after I replaced the 12-volt battery, for some reason it started working again. But earlier this year, I saw smoke coming from underneath the passenger seat while having my cooled seats on my driver's seat. And ever since that, there has been no heat or cooled seats up front. I can live with that. It doesn't really bother me, but it would be nice to get them working again. In the rear, the seats are in great condition. The panel roof sunshade works well without any issues. The only issue back here is that the rear door panel speaker is blown. It's an easy replacement, but you have to make sure it's an OEM speaker. More on that in a different video. Let's get into the check engine light. I'm going to plug in my scan tool and show you the code. I do have to say that the code has disappeared after doing an Italian tune-up on the highway, but I'm still going to get this fixed as soon as I can. The OBD scan plug is located underneath the steering wheel. I bought this Bosch scan tool on Facebook Marketplace for 20 bucks, and it's been doing me wonders. It's just simple to use, and you just can't go wrong with it. It's definitely worth the investment instead of going to the mechanic to get a check engine light checked out. Anyways, there only seems to be one code, so let's press enter and check it out. So the code is a P013A, which is an oxygen sensor slow response, bank 1 sensor 2. Now this being bank 1 sensor 2 is the downstream sensor, which is located after the catalytic converter. The sensor 2 isn't the problem here. The upstream O2 sensor has slowed down. It's responding slowly, and the downstream sensor 2 is responding slowly in accordance to the upstream. So I'd eventually have to replace both upstream and downstream sensors, which should solve the problem. I'll show you guys where the sensors are located. It's pretty straightforward, and pretty much anyone can do it if you have the right tools. For demonstration purposes, I'm using my 2019 MKZ to show you where the sensors are located. This should be the same process for all hybrids ranging from 2013 to 2020. So if you take a peek behind the engine, you'll see a blue wire, which is the upstream O2 sensor. And below that, there is a black wire, and that is the downstream O2 sensor right there. If you can see it, it's connected to that rusty pipe, or that rusty exhaust I should say. These two sensors are easily accessible, and the wire connections are nearby, so you can easily disconnect them without lifting the vehicle on a lift. Hopefully changing out those sensors will fix the issue. Like I said before, the check engine light is gone now on its own, but I want to address it as soon as I can. Other than that, I'm set to hit 300,000 kilometers by the end of this year, which I'm really excited about. This car has been amazing to me, and by far it's been the most reliable car my family has ever owned. I highly recommend buying this car based on my experience with this vehicle. For more information, check out my channel. See you all next time.